Hi, everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Hi. Happy Thanksgiving, first of all.
Everyone.
Happy pre-Thanksgiving.
Yes, and welcome to WAW, the show where important topics of the day are largely ignored.
And foolishness reigns supreme, and pretty much in every aspect of our life. Don't you agree?
Absolutely, and we're here to ask the eternal question.
What's happening? So what's happening with you guys? It's going to be, I'm going to make this
we got
a coin
Toyo
phrase.
Joe on the line.
Hi,
also.
Scott.
Pamela.
Hi,
Scott.
guys. Rick. Good to see all you guys.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Jim's twin. Yes. We have the talented John Acosta joining us in about 15 minutes. We just had a little chat with him.
Yes.
Very talented guy.
This is so good.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
I was letting him know that Jim and I were geeking out on Bee Gees today. I mean, and I don't mean to say that you have to be a geek to love the Bee Gees, but
no.
I feel like the way that we were loving them today was kind of geeky because we were
she was trying to sing higher.
We were competing
than me,
with who sings the highest, and he did it. My husband sings higher than me. Not many women can say that. I can say that.
Hi, Kim.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
hello,
Ray.
Sal, Catherine.
Hi, Bob.
Kim Lawrence. Oh, good to see you guys. Ray Coco.
Hey, Sal.
Thank you guys for joining us. We are so happy to be here tonight. And
by the way, we got to mention Sal just posted, and we need to let everybody else know that if you have Disney Plus, if you have that channel at midnight tonight,
the
first installment of the 3-part docu-series on the Beatles, Get Back, is going to be on Disney Plus at midnight. And I'm going to be up watching it. She's probably going to be watching the back of her eyelids.
But here's the funny story: we had
every second of it.
We had Disney Plus because of our granddaughter. Yeah. So I actually had Disney Plus, and when our granddaughter sadly moved to Idaho last month with her mom and dad, I just canceled it because we won it. So Jim made me actually sign back on last night. We are now paying $7.99 a month to have Disney Plus for how long? A month?
We're going to have at least 1 month.
Yeah,
we're going to get it on the DVR. Because I don't know if you guys are Beatles fans out there, but when I was 8 years old, I went and saw Let It Be in the theaters when it came out, 1970.
That was way before I was even born.
If you do the math, you realize
crazy.
that I'm pushing 60 right now, but don't tell anybody. We're going to be... I'm going to be watching it tonight.
But I have to tell you, I was kind of perusing through all the Disney movies on Disney Plus, and they're not all Disney movies.
Oh, they're not?
They're Marvel. They are, I mean, there is a lot of I would hold up in my house for a year and probably just watch the movies.
Yeah, well,
actually, that's what I did in 2020.
You know what? I made her watch the computer that wore tennis shoes.
Yeah, I wasn't.
How many of you guys remember that?
I wasn't crazy impressed with that.
What?
I don't know. It was a little boring.
That was Kurt Russell at his finest.
I know. It was a little boring.
Hi, Marla. Let's see who.
Hi, you guys. Scott, how was your vacation? So, Scott, we have not taken our vacation yet. We are leaving for Puerto Vallarta the day after Thanksgiving, and we will be gone for 7 glorious days.
6 for me.
Yeah, Jim's flying back early because he has a show is up again. But I will be gone with Shannon Ray, Tony, her husband, Nikki, and Larry. We are going to lay by the pool and ride ATVs and get on jet skis.
And we're going to get in the lazy river. That's my favorite thing, guys.
If you ever want to know where Jim is and he's missing, he's just floating. He just floats.
Bob Bacon says he saw Hard Day's Night in the theater. I did not see that one.
Hey, Claire.
I was about 2 years old at the time, Bob, unfortunately.
Pamela. I love you, Pamela.
Oh, Sal, another great one, The Strongest Man in the World, another Kurt Russell movie we're going to have to watch.
These are Disney movies. Anyway, so let's talk about our show tonight.
Yes. Well, we still have stuff to announce first. First of all, let's get to our sponsor.
Okay.
For those of you that are having automobile issues at this time of the year, we want to recommend our good friend Calvin Ellis at Calvin's Auto Repair.
Calvin's Auto Repair.
You got the address there for them?
Yep, I do.
So
it's 501 East Glen Oaks Boulevard in Glendale, California. 818-240-2727.
And if you mention WAW,
get 10% off.
How can that be bad, right, guys? So
I felt like he was going to start singing right now.
We got to get back to our jingle.
No, that was, yeah.
Well,
that was,
we've got to get back to the jingle. But hey, things are looking up. The Lakers won a little earlier tonight, so that's a good thing. They won in overtime. They should have never got to overtime, but it did, and they ended up winning by 8. So that's.
So do you guys like our little? So literally, because of Thanksgiving, I stole that off my front porch bench. I literally ran down like 4 seconds before we started the show. And my neighbor, I think, thought I would Looney Tune because I was like ripping it off the bench and running back into the house.
Okay.
And he was watching me do it. So.
All righty, whatever.
Yeah. But is it pretty? Do you like our little Thanksgiving spray?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It just
nice.
A little
Nice
touch of Thanksgiving.
So there will be no shows for me this weekend. We're going to be
Artivan. Hey, you all, crazy musicians, Jim, Brenda, John. Hi.
Hey, Artie.
Artie.
Thanks for joining us. So this weekend,
hi, Teresa. Hi,
this
Debbie.
next week. Hi, Debbie. This next week, we're going to be in Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. We've been going to Puerto Vallarta since 2006. And you know what?
You're going to have to let me say it because you're not rolling the R's correctly. So, Puerto Vallarta. Can you say that?
No, I can't.
All right. Well,
because that's not right.
Let me say what?
Well, for us, you're saying it like you're saying it weird. Puerto Vallarta.
Stop being a gringo, okay? Okay.
It's what I do best.
Bob says his favorite Bee Gees song is "Run to Me." That's one of my favorites.
How does
Bob.
that go?
I love that.
Give me a
song.
little piece of that.
I'm like, we'll have John do a little bit of it. We've got so no shows this weekend, but the following weekend, guys, got a very busy weekend. I'm going to hit the ground running as soon as we get to LAX.
I'm literally flying him in a day early. We come in on Friday, but Jim Wooten's coming in on Thursday.
Yes.
And oddly enough, Swan's coming in on Thursday too.
That's
so
right.
Friday is San Manuel Casino. Saturday is a swap meet in Santa Fe Springs.
San Manuel. So we got, it's actually Yamava or Yamava.
You know,
Yamava. Yamava. No, Yamava. We're playing at the Rock and Brews. Yeah, we're playing at the Rock and Brews there with Led Zepp again from 8 to 11. And then the very next morning, we're playing at the swap meet from noon till 5.
Yep.
And then the very next day, which is a Sunday, the 5th, I'm playing with Tailor Made Tapestry. We're doing all the greatest hits of Carole King and James Taylor.
Toyo Joe says Yamava.
Yamava.
You said correct. Yamava, like your mama.
No, MG says yo mama.
Brenda not going Fridays to Rock and Brews. Scott, you know what? That's still up in the air because literally I will be flying in from Mexico on Friday at 5:30, picking up my car. Yeah. And if my car goes in the direction of San Manuel, then I'll be there. And I feel like it might, but it just depends on how tired I am and how easy the flight is. International flights, I don't know. So I've literally flown a couple times. Yeah. So.
But for those of you that are in San Pedro and you like Carole King and James Taylor, come on down and join us. We're doing 2 hours of the greatest hits. So we got Fire and Rain, I Feel the Earth Move.
Yep. Sal says, Jim, more Beatles, love, local shows, both Hard Day's Night, Nativity Story. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Told with gospel.
That's awesome.
Oh, man, we got to check that out.
Happy Thanksgiving, Mary. We love you.
Mary. Sal, if you have a link to that, could you possibly share that on my page? Because I definitely would love to see that.
Ziggy Wilson, when are you guys in Fantasy Springs? Up again. So we're Fantasy Springs on the 5th.
No. When are we at Santa Fe Springs? Yeah, we're at the swap meet on the 5th, Ziggy. Yep. That's on the 5th of December. So make sure to mark your calendars and join us for 3 hours of Zeppelin classics. Hey, Mitch, thanks for joining us. Hey, hi, Mary. Thanks for clicking on.
Hola.
Okay, so we've got a very, very special guest today, guys. As she said, we're both huge Bee Gees fans. Huge Bee Gees
Oh, we
fans.
love it.
And so
I love every single song.
We have the man who does it better than anybody out there. We've seen them several times.
Yeah.
I saw them at the Gas Lamp, some at the Candlelight Pavilion.
What's the first show we ever saw, though? It was
With
at
them?
a retirement community.
Yes, that's correct.
His manager is the same.
Yes, it was
James Elliott manages.
It was Golden
us.
Village Palms.
It was our guest last week.
Golden Village Palms was the very
Yeah.
first time we saw them, and Hammett. That was a few years back, but the band is phenomenal, and John is absolutely incredible doing Barry Gibb. So,
are you going to try to sing? Are you going to try to compete right now? Are you when we play the promo? Are you going to try to?
No,
I'm going to have to mute the
white
microphone
flag.
because Jim's going to probably try and sing too.
I'm waving the white flag on that one.
All right.
I'm throwing in the towel. I'm going to let.
So
John
where are we
do it.
at time wise?
Hey, Larry, thanks for joining.
We're at
us.
7:12. So we
Hi,
are
Christine.
going to.
Hey, Mike.
We are going to
Happy
play
Thanksgiving.
a promo video.
Yes,
And then bring our very special guest,
yes,
John Acosta, on.
If you've never heard Bee Gees Gold, guys, you're really missing out. If you're a Bee Gees fan, they are the absolute best. They were on Access TV's World's Greatest Tributes. And so we're going to give you a little taste of what they sound like right now before we bring John on. So roll the tape, Roscoe.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Are you ready for the fever? Just get in your eyes. By the way I use my walk on the woman's back. No time to it was alright. That's okay. You may look the other way. We can try to understand. New York Times and back on man. Stayed alive. I'm staying alive. If my story's okay, child, people showing love like the way me, and I can see myself. Let history repeat itself. More than a woman, more than a woman to me. 'Cause we're living in a world of love, breaking us down. When they all should let us be. We belong to you and me. Nobody gets too much having over. It's much harder to come by. I'm waiting in line. That won't stop my loving you. I can't stay away. Living it up on the nights on Broadway, singing them love songs, singing them straight to the heart song. I just gotta get a message to you. Hold on, hold on. Tragedy, I lose control and I know so is tragedy. I'm only walking on the lines for tonight. With no one beside you, you're going away. Tragedy. Baby, moves a midnight. That's right up to the top, yeah. The woman took me high. My mama ain't in the wall. Let me all right.
And here he is.
Welcome. This is John Acosta.
I've seen that video
Yeah.
millions of times, but it feels like I'm like, and I've
Jake?
edited it. So I say now, I know how I'm going to feel when I see it at 85.
That's
we got
great.
a comment from Catherine saying the white suits really work on you guys.
Oh yeah, thank you. One of my favorites too, and a lot of our fans, which I see a lot of our California fans out there
Yes, yes,
tuning in.
absolutely.
A plethora of you, a plethora of fans.
So I have to tell you, and Jim's like, don't say anything. He was totally trying to sing just now.
What?
You were.
Oh, come on.
You were trying
Jim's
to.
got the look. I could literally say Andy Gibb, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you guys need an Andy in the group?
We do a lot of Andy songs, absolutely.
I know. Yeah, I remember that. That was great.
Yeah.
You had included all of his hits.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but that world's greatest tribute band show.
Oh, how much fun was that?
yeah, that was the moment. That was it.
Yeah,
That was like,
that was it.
and I'm watching it again, realizing, holy cow, I'm reliving that day.
Well, I have to tell you, I work with Katie, and we are going to bring back. We did,
that's
in
right.
early 2020, Katie and I did the reunion with not televised, World's Greatest, but we're going to bring back reunion number 2
Right.
very soon.
Wait, number 3. We've done 2 before.
Oh, that's right, 3. I'm sorry.
So, yeah,
Where
so
did you have it?
if you
That's
you
right.
happen to be in town, John, we'd love to have you come and do.
I remember I got the email and I said, I responded. I go, we're away already.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
going to bring that back. We need that
Definitely one
back.
of the nights I'd like to attend. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be great to have you the next time out if you.
I
happen to
just
be
think
available.
it's great to bring all these tribs together that
Yeah.
never get to know each other except for World's Greatest. And I think that was the most special thing because literally you guys all play on the same night, right? Friday, Saturday. No one ever gets a chance to know each other.
Mhm.
And
No.
Wednesday night, Tuesday night started off as Tuesday night, ended up Wednesday night.
Wednesday, right?
Ended up bringing all these friendships together that never would have known each other. I thought it was the most special thing. I
Oh,
thought it was
yeah.
amazing.
It was
I was really moved by, I remember my date was March 30th, and we were
Yes.
doing the television around here in Vegas and promoting it. And then getting to the show and then actually seeing some tributes show up. I remember Bono, Hollywood Bono, and some other tributes that actually showed up to the show, to see us. And I thought, that is the coolest feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's so neat.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's musicians supporting musicians. It's,
Yeah.
it's the most beautiful thing. And it
Oh.
doesn't happen very often because everybody plays on the same night.
Right.
So
right.
Katie actually allowed us all to know each other. We actually,
Oh,
we got some
gained a lot of-
amazing friendships from that.
A lot of great
Yeah,
friendships.
yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we were there that night as well when you played.
Yeah, we were.
That was, I think, the first time the first time I think we may have seen you. Was it in Hemet at the?
It was at a retirement.
Golden Village
Yes,
Palms.
yes, it was at a
Oh my
retirement.
God.
Do you remember that?
My God. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. That was the 55 plus.
Yes, that's
Native
right.
community.
We were with our manager James, and he was so excited about you guys.
Yes. Yeah, we were just starting out.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
Exactly.
That's
it was a
right.
great
Yeah,
show, though. It
yeah.
was
Thank
so
you.
good. Yeah, it was so good, so good. So let's start out by getting a little background on you, John. Where were you born?
I was born in Uruguay. And,
Uruguay.
Wow.
Yeah, Uruguay. The soccer team made us really famous in 1930 and 1950.
Yes.
Born in Montevideo, and about 3-4 years old, my parents moved from there for a typical immigrant story to find a better life for their children.
I
Yeah.
see.
And we moved up to Canada.
Okay.
And pretty much I grew up in Canada all my life. We spoke Spanglish at home in Spanish. And, and which a lot of my Spanish friends on here, every time we bump into each other, we kind of do some of those, famous typical Spanglish sayings.
Yes.
So,
yes.
And George Lopez really made that come alive, as well.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Like I'll tell you which one. I'll tell you which one. Whenever you get sick, right?
Yeah.
What you do is you put Bipaporu on your chest. Bipapuru. And you never knew that as a kid. There's like, Ma, do you have Bipapuru? And then you found out it was Vicks Vapor Rub.
Oh, okay. All right.
In Spanish, we go Vicks V,
Yes.
Vapor, Papo, Rub,
Yeah.
Rub, Bipapuru.
Funny.
I feel like I've just got. I have a little secret now. I have a little secret now. I'm gonna pull that out when I need it.
Very good for your chest. Very good.
Vicks
now-
Vapor Rub, the best.
Do you still have family down in that area?
Yeah,
John?
I have. Yeah, being down there, my father's side is also Uruguayan. And the whole family is from Uruguay, and my mother's side is from Spain. So sort of Latino, Spaniard, and Canadian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we actually played down there with Led Zeppelin. What was it, like 3 years ago now? We did a whole, yes, and we did a whole tour down there. I think we did like 17 shows in 21 days across South America.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I got to tell you.
Well, compadre, let's make it happen, eh? Let's make it. Let's do it. Vamos.
Call James.
So eventually then you moved to Las Vegas. Is that where you live now?
Yeah. Actually, now 9 years ago, and I was doing a Bee Gees tribute out in Canada. I was also Barry Gibb out there.
Oh, okay.
And I was Barry Gibb for a group called Night Fever, and I did about 3 years of that. And then one day I just kind of came home and I said, you know what? I can do this myself, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and start my own thing. And I thought, Florida. I thought, what was the other one? California.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I thought New York. And I've been to New York, and I hustled New York in my past. And then from California, I went, oh, yeah, Las Vegas. Wow. What am I thinking? The town of entertainment.
You're right.
Sure.
That's right. So let's take you back to the very, very beginning of what inspired you to become a musician. What was your first kind of introduction to being a musician?
The earliest memory, and I know this because it's like I still remember, I saw John Lennon on a Dick Clark special. It was 1975, 76. And I'm about 7 years old or so. And I see John Lennon performing. I think it was the Ed Sullivan Show. But that's where I just said, because up at that point, I was just, singing and banging on pots and pans and things like that. And I was going to be a drummer first. Then I saw Lennon and I said, I'm learning how to play guitar and I'm going to be a leader. And that was it.
Wow.
So it was drum. You started off on drums and then you kind of went to guitar? Wow.
Oh, yeah. My dad bought me drums. And I was playing on the drum because he also was very good at percussion, good sense of rhythm. And in Uruguay, there was also a thing called carnival, like in Brazil. And everybody in the town kind of picks up an instrument, a conga, a bongo, a tambourine, and
Right.
And so my dad was like influential in my life to say, here, take these drums and work on play and fun and all that. But when I saw Lennon, I said, I'm not playing drums anymore.
And what age were you when you first started picking up the guitar?
That's very young because I still remember my parents got me like little ukuleles and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a picture that my mom took of me when I was 3 with a little ukulele that they bought in Mexico. And then from there, it was always there. It was always in the closet,
Right.
But then that one day that I saw Help, on television.
The Beatles.
And that was me returning from the hospital.
Yeah.
I had been in the hospital for weeks on weeks for a situation with my hip.
Wow.
And when I got in to the house, was turn the Zenith television on. Remember the Zenith wooden TV?
Sure, I remember that.
I remember that. My
I would
grandma.
buy one if there was one. And it was turn the channel, tuck, 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 tuck. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's special, The Beatles' Help. Never seen it before in my life.
Wow.
Oh man.
Changed me forever.
Now, were your
Yes.
parents musicians?
Yeah, they weren't musicians as a career, but they could sing. And this is where I get. My mother had the most beautiful tone on her.
Wow.
And the schooling system back then
Yes.
was very strict and rigid, and you had to go and learn and be a part of social things that were going on. And my mom's ability to sing like an angel influenced me at a very young age. We used to say, sing these songs at parties. My dad would say, get up and sing Johnny Cash.
Really?
And I'd go, but I want to sing Beatles. And so, and then my mom would sing, and that was it. We would all cry. Because it's the Spanish flair, the passion.
Sure.
Look at my hands. I don't even have to say anything.
Yeah.
So then that leads me to my next question. When did you realize that you could sing as high as you could and stay there?
Well, right after Lennon, and that's the Saturday Night Fever period. I'm only 10, 11 years old. Yeah, I'm only 10, 11 years old. And so that's the next wave that's coming in. And I hear Barry Gibb probably for the first time. And I'm still that Beatle fanatic that I knew that they had the 60s influence, where I think Barry Gibb studied Lennon,
Oh yeah.
Now,
I think right.
So I was already imitating Lennon all the time, even if people didn't want to hear it.
Yes. Well, by the way, John, I don't know if you saw Sal's announcement, but if you have Disney Plus tonight at midnight, get back the Beatles.
I don't have it.
Better
You
sign
don't have
up.
it? Oh man.
$7.99.
$7.99 and then sign off. I've got so many movies in the watch list. I
can't even
look at
tell
them
you.
and I go, what? 1979? Oh no, I got
I am so overwhelmed by what I have to watch right now. It did the fact that you made me sign up for one other. We have everything under the sun.
Hey,
It's ridiculous.
you spend $7.99 on a cup of coffee at
I do.
Starbucks. So. Yeah.
Can I have a venti? No, you can't.
Yeah. So John, what is something interesting about you that most people that don't know you personally wouldn't know? Is there anything you can think of offhand?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was a recording artist when I was 21 years old.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And I wrote for other artists.
Wow. I didn't
And
know
also, I was a successful act. I mean, not many people know this because, it's in the Philippines. I was a successful artist. The records were released there and all of a sudden exploded. And there were certain songs that really hit with the Filipino audience. And I recently, in the last maybe 3 years before COVID, I experienced that love from the Philippines. I mean, the audience. And, and basically, had a moment where they sang my song, the one I had as a hit in 1992.
Wow.
Back to Me.
That's incredible.
On a Bee Gees Gold show. So
wow.
I surprised them because they were all looking at me like going, like Acosta sounds familiar are you the Acosta from and then I just started singing the song and I stopped on the chorus and 5,000 Filipinos sang the chorus to me. The whole band.
That is amazing.
Just froze. And we cried because I wrote it about my father who passed away when I was 18.
Yes.
Sorry.
And
so that audience was moved and touched by that song.
Oh, I love that.
And gave me a #1 record kind of thing.
That's awesome.
What was it? Was it a ballad,
That's
John?
awesome.
It was a ballad. Yeah.
They love ballads out there. We played
and there's still fans out there that record their own version of my song. It was just me and acoustic guitar. It's a very honest, and I wrote it when I was so young. It was just straightforward lyrically, yearning for someone to show me a sign, which I still am today.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
So that a lot of people don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Well, so that brings us to the next question. And what was actually the first band you ever played in once you started playing guitar and singing?
I know, but just because I talked to you earlier.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go even further because I then, as a drummer and lead singer, right around the time where I was about 13 or so, I made the drum head. I cut it out of cardboard, and I said I'm gonna name my band the Beatles. But you see, not with a T, with a D. You see.
Yes.
That's good.
So that the people would say, "What? The Beatles are gonna be?" Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, the Beatles." But so I wish, I hope I still have it, but a drum head with the same black and white.
Yes.
With a D, and it was also part in homage to my dad, because in Spanish, los Beatles.
Yes.
So it's
yes.
So you'd be, your dad would say it like, "You still listening to those Beatles?" And
Yeah.
like, and I go, "I'm gonna use that, those Beatles."
Yeah, still do.
So that was me.
Yes.
And that was me and my little brother, and I was training him how to harmonize.
Oh, okay.
So we started doing Help, and I would do "When I Was Younger." He'd go, "When I was young, some other day I never need."
Yeah.
We would do all that together, and it was great practice. And then when I brought that idea to a real band that I was going to start, they were like, "Are you crazy? We can't call that."
Now, does your brother live in the States?
No, he's in Canada.
He's in Canada.
Is he still involved in music?
Well, yeah, not really. He's a principal, and school teacher for a while, teaching kids. But he took the time, and I saw this myself, which was really made an impression on me.
Yes.
He took the time to take that class and show them music, the influence of music, and the music brings unity and love and peace, right?
Yes.
So when I walked into that classroom one day, "Oh, Mr. Acosta's brother, can you tell us if you," and I'm walking in like, someone with a repertoire that they have really no idea. Yeah, they don't have any idea what a BG is or what the FIVA is, and so. But when we start talking Beatles, they're, "Oh, we know Nowhere Man, we know Norwegian Wood," and then I was like, "What?" And then it was me realizing how far music goes.
I see.
So I have to show this picture because this is classic. This is so good.
That's great.
This was.
Look at that hair.
Yeah, no, they called me Gino Vanelli at that time.
There you go.
And
that is not fair.
Gino Vanelli and it was Bowie. We had like this kind of Hall & Oates, Bowie, Gino Vanelli image. And the music was that. It was pop R&B.
I see.
That is amazing. Wow. That's awesome.
What year was that happening for you there?
Well, I got signed early, a young pup at 1989. And
89. Wow.
Yeah. And that's when a lot of music was still melodic.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely not anymore. You're right.
No, it's not. No, really. And and we're allowed to say that now because can't listen to the radio. Everything's auto-tuned, and everybody's like, holding the mic. Everybody's holding the mic over here,
That's right.
And their lips are over here. Oh, you sound great, honey. Beautiful. But I trail off. Sorry.
So we know you're involved in this amazing group, but what other musical groups or projects are you involved in?
Well, prior to Bee Gees.
Oh, prior?
Are you involved in? So Bee Gees Gold, is that the only thing you do right now?
That's my thing. One of my band members said, he was saying the reason why Bee Gees Gold works is because there's one guy, and he does only that.
That's right.
This guy. I am 24/7 Bee Gees Gold. And it could have been somebody else or another tribute or something. I'd be the same way.
Yeah.
I'm multifaceted, but I like focusing on one thing and drilling it till it spouts.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you.
So leading up to that, what types of groups were you in, John? Were they all original, or did you have any cover groups that you were playing in as well?
Yeah, the earliest one would be, a cover group where, like, you're 15 years old and your repertoire is every Beatles song, and there's all of a sudden a moment where, some of the band members realize, hey man, you can sing more than Beatles, and then they give me some AC/DC or some Rush songs, to sing, and I kind of like, start adding those to the list, and a couple of bands, disco bands, just before getting to the point where I say there's such a thing as a tribute band and you can make a living from it.
That's right.
Yeah, at what point was it that you decided to do a tribute to the Bee Gees? At what year did that all happen?
Yeah, it wasn't that I decided. It's a fluke. It's one of those things where a change of life happens, and it's actually this week, 12 or 13 years ago, that I've been making a living Barry Gibb. And it was at a Italian Easter brunch, and I was performing with a duo, myself and a young lady. And after doing a set of songs where I include, which is like Besame, Besame, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Very wealthy. And everybody's like, what the? And I'm like, I'm just going to do it because I love this music and I'm going to do it. And everybody's like, what just happened? Someone came up to me and said, whoa, you know who you look like and sound like?
Yeah.
And we're looking for a Barry Gibb. And I thought, wow, is that a job title? A Barry Gibb? Just and and it was like, yeah, we have a touring troupe, and we'd like you to audition. So I thought, wow, you can make a living as a tribute? Okay. And like I said, a change of life. I was still going down the original songwriter artist, because I also have on Amazon and iTunes and Spotify, John Acosta, my latest album, my latest 2016 would be.
Yes. Oh, okay.
That Crushing on You, if anybody wants to look that up, where I produced the album as if it was 1977 to 1984. As soon as you hear the songs, you'll know exactly why I did it.
So does your voice naturally sound like, or do you have to manipulate it?
Manipulated. I like that. Yeah. Well, I manipulated with tight pants. And
There you go.
and really, it just comes down to I studied the man. When I got the opportunity, like anything, it was here's an opportunity. Here's a whole year of work. So I said to myself, okay, well, I don't really look like the guy, but I really have my own style, and my own style fits the 70s. So I studied Barry's falsetto, right? And he's one of the most unique falsettos.
No, yeah.
Close to Frankie Valli. And
Sure.
But you really do look like him. But yet,
well, thank you.
You do. I mean, you really do. I mean, it's.
Thank you. Well, when I get dressed up and the hair pumps up and a different medallion comes on,
I get it.
And then I feel it. I step into those high heels and it's like, boom.
So your first experience was with Night Fever, but how did the whole Bee Gees Gold thing come together?
Yeah. Well, after about 3 years, I just, I was a player. I was a person that was just plug and play kind of thing. But I really, I've been a leader all my life, and everything that I've done with shows and in my own bands and as an artist, as a solo artist as well. I said, okay, well, I think I can do this Bee Gees tribute on my own. And of course, it means me being everything
and from administration to booking flights to doing the show in your white suit. So I said, when we moved out to Las Vegas, I kind of put the word out, and I quickly got an audition with SBI, the agency here in Vegas that owns I guess about 10 acts, or maybe at that time, 2014, they did. And I basically was a sub for the Australians here.
Wow.
The Bee Gees. And
wait a minute. You were in that group?
I was a sub. Yeah. So whenever,
man, I remember then. Yes.
so that whenever there was, and so I live here, of course. And so it was easy to say, okay, I'm in town. I'm off my own show. I can sub in for these guys. But then of course you can't survive on being a sub. So I have to own my own show. I have to do my own thing. And when I did say that, I said, I'm going to take this one on the road. This won't be in town.
Good for you.
This won't be in town. We won't play in town.
No.
I only will play the suburbs. And I do have a strong relationship with the station casinos, with all of them here. And basically, I had a great person, a champion, I call her, Judy Alberti, which was the direct entertainment person in town for everything that was going on. Yes. And she believed in me, and she quickly hired me when she saw me do my Latin troupe, which was a trio.
Oh,
and we were here, and we were at the Dallas Station Casino. And on that debut night that she invited the gray suits and the gray females and the people that make the decisions, I went from Oye Como Va Santana into You Should Be Dancing Rumba style. And then that's when she said, what the hell did you just do? Come into my office Monday morning. And I did, dressed up as Travolta.
That's
that's great.
And I pitched it, and I got it.
So how did you go about putting the band around you? Like, what were you looking for in each member?
And did you select the members, or
Yes.
You did. Yeah. So the people, did you put something out there and people answered no?
No, I literally, when I got the gig and the opportunity, I didn't have a band, I didn't have anything, and but I started just heading out and listening to groups, and I heard certain groups that had, especially songs that were in the 70s. If they were singing, Baby Come Back, if they were singing that, I said, oh, well, that person can sing You Should Be Dancing, right? So I quickly started looking around, and I said, hey, I'm here. I'm brand new. I know no one.
Right.
I'm a sub for the Australian Bee Gees, and I'm going to do my own thing. And they were like, you're a what? You're a sub? You don't know anyone? I went, yeah, is that a big thing here? And I go, I'm a singer and a musician. I've got certain qualities and talents. Is that it's like, oh, you got the Australian? Okay, all right. Oh, okay. So, boom, they joined with me.
Yes.
And started putting, I just needed to find people that had a high falsetto that could sing. And I had a look, obviously. And just if you don't have the look, I can manipulate the look on you. I can say, put the beard, put the hat, put the glasses, and you're halfway there.
Sure.
So I chose the guys that would be in the band. And then, of course, the one guy that I saw, that, of course, he works for the Opportunity Village people. And he's the character that plays Robin that you see in the video. And when I saw him, I mean, my drummer subbed out for a rehearsal, and he showed up, and I said, "Holy shit, man!"
No,
okay, I didn't mean to swear. Sorry.
You're good.
That's the Canadian side of me.
Prime time right now, so we're good.
Wait till the Pacino side comes out. Then, So I looked at him, and his name was Daryl Borges, and I looked at him and said, "Oh my God, you know who you look like?" And he said, "Yeah, I get it all the time." And I was going to say, and he said Seinfeld, and I go, "What? No, yeah, oh yeah, that too, yeah." I go, "No, man, you look like Robin Gibb, man. You already got the teeth."
He really does.
Well,
yeah.
Now, he has that real rapid vibrato that Robin has, and that's incredible.
everybody puts that on. To play Robin, that's a most unique, because the vocal sound isn't natural. It's only Robin that sounds. It's like I sound like, I would say, without, this is not an insult, this is the truth. It's like he sounds like a duck or a muted duck.
It's a talent.
He like, I feel I'm going to my There's no pronunciation. I'm like, pronounce, bro. Pronounce consonants. I need to know, what is that? What was that word? And so a lot of the Robins that I have, and I have about 4 of them,
you've got 4 guys that do it.
The vibrato is almost like a tremolo, man. It's like, you press that pedal.
Yes.
It is a unique thing, and it's a difficult thing, right? It is not the easiest, because it's really something to.
I know it is. It's I mean, I would think that would be one of the most difficult things to find when you're putting together a Bee Gees tribute, is somebody that has that rapid vibrato and the range. Because he could sing really high as well.
Exactly. He had
a
range as high as Barry, but in that tone, that was just, and only they sounded like that, Morris sounds like Barry more, because that's Morris, when singing the top part, when Barry's got to switch the vocals into another section.
Sure.
And then when you hear Morris, he could imitate Barry. But Robin was his own unique animal.
I mean, no, what was that?
Well, I was going to say, the really beautiful thing is we hear the beautiful combo of what the Bee Gees or Bee Gees Gold bring to the table, but you've been able to break it all down and
decipher who's doing what.
I mean, it's just, it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Well, and what's really cool about your show is that you incorporate the Andy tunes and have Morris sing a lot of that, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Andy, man, it's like one hit after the other, and Barry. And Barry Gibb is underrated now, because those were the days where he's just sitting by the pool, smoking a doob and saying, "Come over, Andy. I've got a song for you. Here's Shadow Dancing." Right?
Yes.
And then it's like, oh, I've got one for myself. Nobody gets, and it's just like, three songs Barry Gibb is writing by the pool. And they're 3 number ones. I mean, they're not just, okay, these are gonna.
They were so prolific. It was ridiculous.
And that movie really helped bring focus to the mastery of Barry Gibb. I mean,
that's right.
What is your favorite Bee Gees tune to sing, John? Do you have one?
I do.
I love it.
All right, people, hold on.
One morning when I woke up, I was here and she was gone. Now I'm hanging on, and maybe you could have a love so right and turn out to be so wrong. Oh, my darling, I have a love so right and turn out to be so wrong, so wrong.
Oh yeah, man!
Wow.
That was awesome, man. That sounds so good. So that's your favorite one. So is that that era your favorite to sing of their tunes?
Yeah. I'm there's something about, I don't know what it is. It's I just heard the other day on NPR radio, somebody was analyzing nostalgia, right?
Yes.
And they're saying, why does it happen? And the guy says one word, and that's my word. He goes, escape. We want to escape to a I don't know, more innocent time.
Sure.
When I hear the 70s, and of course I'm an 80s teenager,
Yeah.
But when I hear the 70s, I don't know whether it's because I was only 10 years old, and when I'm listening to what I'm listening to on the radio, it just brings back an easier, more melodic and more uniting. Every band had great music, and you couldn't fake it back then, man. That's the other thing that drives me nuts. It's just like, sing or get off the stage.
You're right, man. You're absolutely right about that.
You know, I'm going to go to a mechanic and, you know, say, hey, you know, can you fake me fixing my car and I'll pay you?
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I pay good money to fix my car, and oh, John, you know the Catholic converters don't fix with the gas converters. Oh, you don't say. That's $1,000. Well, I gotta pay you. You're not faking. Are you lip syncing? Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Man.
So, since you've been with this amazing band, what would you say is your most memorable moment?
Oh, I mentioned it. There's a couple of great moments, but it's that Filipino show where I just and it's great. It's on video on Facebook and everything, and 5,000 people are singing back. Like you know, it's just one of those moments where I'm singing and I get to the chorus and I stop, and the audience, a wave of voices, and that was everybody, even some of the people that, you know, it's hard for people to show emotion in the band. They were like, "Oh man, I'm just moved by this moment." That's one of my highlights. That's going to be for the rest of my life.
I can imagine.
Well,
That
I
must
think
have
that's
been
what all Bee
incredible.
Gees songs do. They just move you, and I
Well,
think.
no, he's talking about when they sang his own song
Oh,
back to
gotcha.
Imagine after I sing "How Deep Is Your Love" and I go,
Yes.
playing something, and the audience goes, and you hear the roar, you hear that feedback coming back at you, and you know, only Bon Jovi's and you know, people that, you know, suddenly say, "Hey, I had this hit in the '70s," and then the audience sings it for them.
Yes.
Here
Yeah.
I am, you know, and I'm in the Philippines, and I'm like, you know, this is one of those moments that lives on forever.
That is phenomenal. Did anybody catch that on video by any
Yes.
chance?
Yes.
That's so
It
cool.
shows up on my Facebook as a
Yeah.
memory. all
Please
the time.
post it up there.
yeah, post it.
If you don't have it, John, post it
Yeah,
up there
we'd
so
love
that
to
I'll look
everybody
for it and I'll repost. I definitely
That'd
will.
be awesome.
Please do.
I see all these
like-
people commenting. Am I going to be able to look at these later?
Yes,
Oh
totally.
yeah. In
Yes.
fact, there's a lot of questions coming in.
Yeah. You'll be
you may
busy
wanna-
for days.
Yeah, you may want to just go through and answer them.
Right.
But Ray Coco is my good friend. He does David Gates purebred bread tribute. He's so good, but
Right
he's
on.
a big Bee Gees fan, and he wants to know how much of the late 60s, early 70s era is part of the Bee Gees Gold Show.
Well, there is, like, I kind of really look at, because it's a 90-minute show or less sometimes, 75 to 90.
Yes.
So you're looking at the main hits.
Yeah.
Robin's got 3 or 4, maybe. But it's Barry all the way through to the rest of the show.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you're right.
So yeah, so we'll do the standards, and then there's also what I do is I really focus on the fever period. As I said, it's my favorite.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then we do, you know, some what you would call deep cuts kind of thing.
Sure.
Yes, right.
We're working on songs. I'm so excited about the next one. Not many people know it, but I know that, you know, I'm going to feel great singing this song. It's called and what's it called? Inside and Out. And
I know that one. Yeah.
it's the last song. It's
That's
the
a
last,
great
it's
song.
the last number 1 out of 9 number 1s. Come on, people. And yeah, and I'm going to add it, and because it's like that's what
great.
I'll do. I always change the show. People say, "Oh, I heard a new song." I said, "I called
Yes.
Barry." I called
Well-
Barry and I said, "Hey, Barry, you know, give me an idea." Well, one
Yes.
of a song called "Inside and Out," John. And so,
So our good
That's
friend
awesome.
John Deards, who actually does sound for the Old Town Temecula Theater, said,
You've probably played there.
I hate to admit it, but I learned to dance disco to the Bee Gees.
well, good. Dude, a lot of people, that's what they always say to me. Yeah, I don't want to admit it. I'm a rocker.
Yeah.
I was part of the disco sucks period. But, you know, I'm not even a real fan of the Bee Gees, but I love your show.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Oh,
Shannon Ray, who does Linda Ronstadt,
Yes.
I said it right.
yeah.
She said, "Do you change up your set list?"
He says yes. They change
Yeah,
it all the
yeah.
time.
that's
And
awesome.
yes, I do. We're
Yeah.
going to be adding this song. Baby, I can't figure it out. Your kisses taste like honey. You know that one?
Yeah.
Inside and Out.
John, there's three tunes that I really like from the early 70s. I'm not sure if I heard you play them because we saw, I think it was we saw actually the Candlelight Pavilion. So you probably had close to 2 hours, but three songs. What's that?
You were there at the Candlelight?
We were there, yeah.
When?
Yeah. That was, just prior to COVID, I believe.
We just played again. We just played.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just prior to
2019.
COVID.
2019.
My bandmate Gig, is the one that books you guys there.
Right.
So he told me about it. I said, "Oh man, we're there." So
right on.
So the songs, three of the songs. Have you ever played? I'm sure you've done "Lonely Days."
Yeah.
"Run to Me," and then how about "Mr. Natural"? Have you guys ever done that one?
No, not Mr. Natural, because no one would know that one.
Yeah,
we've done this one. Run to me.
Oh yes.
Whenever you're lonely, run to me. You need a shoulder now and then. You need someone older. So darling, you run to me.
Yes.
I
love that song.
That.
How about, do you do "To Love Somebody"?
As a lie, certain kind of light
Yeah.
that never shone on me yet. I want my life to be. You know who did an amazing version?
Who's Otis Redding?
No. He didn't get to record it. It was written for him.
For him, right?
The country guy. Why? And Barry was moved by that.
Oh, was that Keith Urban?
Keith Urban. That guy
He did a great job on that. Yeah,
he
he
nailed
did.
that song.
Such a great
You see Barry Gibb's face like this. Because he broke it down to the blues. He's like, there's a light.
Yeah.
Certain kind of light.
Yes.
Never shone on me.
Yes.
Speaking my language.
Sal Gomez wants to know, do you do Fanny?
Get it on.
First I rise, then I fall. He knows it. He loves this song. Seems like you don't want the love of this man at all. And it's sure been a long big time. Right up to the time I met you. So if you take a love like mine, ooh, be tender with my love. You know how easy it is to hurt me and maybe tender.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's so good.
So when is your next show? Because I'm gonna have to go.
Everybody goes to bgsgold.com. I've put the calendar up.
Let's run this. I dropped the ball. I was gonna do this. Here we go.
Thank you for doing that. Yeah, we're booked up till June next year, and we've got in January we've got January 6th and 7th, Temecula, Old Town Theater in Temecula.
Yes.
We got the Canyons on the 23, 24, I think.
Canyons where? Which canyons?
The Montclair, return to Montclair, and return to Agora.
Agora, 5 minutes, 10 minutes from our home.
Okay.
We played Agora in April.
Okay.
Oh my God. It was the return to music. Like
yes.
Hey, we're back, and then COVID.
Well,
like a hurricane.
The next time that I'm not playing with Zepp again or TLR
we'll
or
be
any
there.
of the other groups, we'll definitely be there, John.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, we love it. Love it
so
so much.
We've got this question a few times, and you'll see it in the thread when you go back through it. But have you ever had a chance to meet Barry?
I'm going to tell you, I have not met him yet.
But
there are people in California, and there are friends of that family, and they worked with Barry in the past. And he did say to me, well, one of the friends said, I want to let you know that Barry thinks what you guys are doing is done very well.
Wow.
Yeah. And I went, oh man, I said to him, I said, don't be shitting me, man. Don't do this. You gotta go on right now. You're telling me the truth. Because I leapt from the chair over to the table. And I'm right there in my bell bottoms and my.
Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me.
Don't you lie to me. You're telling me the truth. You're telling me Barry said that. He said, yeah, man, I'm telling you right now. And one of the guys just said, he goes, just understand, man, you're not coming across as a tribute when you're doing your shows. I thought, oh, that's beautiful.
He's watching you. You know what? What a great tribute, though. I mean, honestly, I mean, it was such. How amazing would it be to be an artist and watch another artist just emulate you perfectly like you do?
Yeah,
it's a tribute, and it's an honor.
Yeah,
I'm sure he watches you. I'm sure he knows who you are, and I'm sure he's very grateful for what you're bringing to the table.
Thank you. Well, you know, and I bring a lot of John Acosta to the show.
Yeah.
I'm doing the song.
Yes,
he would do it, and I'm in the moment. But there's also John Acosta because it's not far off. I'm such an admirer of that era, and and I look this way 24/7. So yes.
Well, also, John, a lot of people don't realize that. I know there's not a lot of lead guitar work in the Bee Gees stuff, but you play all the lead work, whereas Barry only played rhythm.
Oh yeah, I'm a rhythm guitarist, and I'm thankful that the Bee Gees only have 2 solos. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean that's like if I had to be, if I had to learn the Queen solos like my buddy Mike McManus there, I'd say like no, that's not me. I just stand here, but it's one of those things where the Bee Gees just had just the right amount of everything so that the focus was on the vocals.
Yes.
And the song. Like the songs are just they're
incredible songwriting. Incredible. By the way, you mentioned Mike McManus. He actually wrote our theme song, John.
He did.
And
great.
He's singing and playing everything on it. We'll play it at the end so you can hear it.
Right on. Yeah, no, he's incredible. And we always hook up. Again, we're always, booked on the same weekends kind of thing. And so when we get on the cruises, man, me, him, and Greg, we have a blast. It's like you think the show's over, but then you find each other at the martini bar and we're all fucking singing. We're all singing Queen songs and Bee Gees songs, but they're singing mine and I'm singing theirs.
Yeah,
I'm picking words up.
There you go. There's a Robin for you, Mike McManus.
Oh no,
he looks just like Robin, doesn't he?
Years ago when I first started this, he hit me on Facebook and said, "Do you need an Andy Gibb?" And I went, "Oh man!" I saw his picture. I said, "Perfect." You know what? Whenever we meet, and we finally met, later on when we're doing the cruises.
That's great.
Friendliest guys, Queen Nation, friendliest guys.
Yeah. We have them over from time to time and have dinner with them, and they're
game night.
Yeah, they're great people. We love them.
I say to them, I go, you guys must be really secretly Canadian because you're so polite.
That's good.
So, what aside from Bee Gees, what are some of your other favorite bands?
Prince. There's no secret. Everybody knows. I'm fanatic. And groups. Again, you're gonna go. He's naming all the 70s. Jamiroquai.
Oh, sure.
Some of that R&B, neo soul stuff I love too. Incognito, Jamiroquai, Gino Vanelli, Prince, and that's pretty much what's in my playlist most of the time.
Now, Here's a question for you, John. If you had time to start another tribute, who would it be to?
I love it. I love it.
I guess I should know by the way you pop your car sideways that it wouldn't last. See, you're the kind of person that believes in making out once, love them and leave them fast. Little red Corvette, ooh, 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 baby, you're much too fast. Ooh, ooh, little red Corvette, ooh, ooh, you need to find a love that's gonna last.
There you go.
Awesome.
That's great.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's great. That's great.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I already got
gosh.
the clothes, so, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have the clothes?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
So,
that's no secret. When I start dressing up as Barry Gibb, I'm like throwing in a little purple fleet over here.
I'll keep that in my mind when
The
I.
older
When I
generation looks up. The older generation would look at the shows and go, "Hey, what tribute we watching tonight?"
well,
Yeah, so he's naturally in me too, man.
that's awesome. Yeah, he was an incredible artist.
So
Absolutely. And he had a great falsetto.
yeah, you did.
He had a great
Yeah, he did.
falsetto.
So
Yeah.
when I'm a kid sounding like the Bee Gees Barry Gibb falsetto,
Yes.
1982 comes along, and and I'm hearing this, darling, and
Yes.
again, like I'm in high school.
Yeah.
And you start singing that way, and the girls take notice, and you realize, oh, you guys like this?
Woo.
All right. Well, I'm going to work on it.
There you Oh, that's great. Well, off the top of your head, do you know the very next Southern California show you'll be doing?
Yeah. Southern California?
Yes.
Ooh. Right now at the top of my head, it's
No. Oh, yeah.
what is it? Geez, I don't even know what would be Southern California other
So,
than
but they can go on your website.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we can find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
Southern
find out.
California would be. I remember doing. What's the big? Why can't I name it?
So that's not it. That's
Oh,
not.
the Grove.
The Grove, the other place, the large roller coaster, and
Wait.
we play it, and there's 5,000 people show up in the hangar.
Yes.
the fair.
Are you
the
doing
fair.
the OC Fair?
The OC
The
fair.
OC Fair, yeah, we do it every
OC
year.
fair.
We do it,
Okay.
but since the COVID, so yeah,
That's not a bad problem, John, when you can't remember like how big your shows are.
I'm very thankful.
Now, are you guys playing there on a Friday or a Saturday, or will it be a midweek show? Because if it's
It's
midweek,
usually the weekend.
We like weeks.
weekend, okay.
Weekends.
So
Yeah.
it's usually the weekend.
These
But
are-
I'm gonna be in Yamaha. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yamava.
Yamava.
That's what I said. And December 17, 18.
Which date?
December 17, 18.
Hey,
James
17th?
James got me there. We do that one every year. It used
We
to be,
will be there.
The
We're gonna be
17th,
there.
We're
used to
not
be at San Manuel. This is a small little place with
Yes. We
rock and
We're
brews.
gonna be there. We're gonna be there on the 3rd.
I'm playing
Okay.
there December 3rd with
Yeah,
Led Zeppelin.
yeah.
So the
Right
7th,
out of Puerto Vallarta. Boom.
Yeah.
Right, like literally.
Which I have to say, Brenda, your husband had it correct. Puerto
See that?
Vallarta.
What?
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta.
Right?
Had it correct. Yep. That's just the Spanish guy in me that has to do that. He's right. Uh-oh. Oh. They had a power outage and lost the Wi-Fi. So we'll be up and we'll let everyone know. Okay, everybody. They had a power outage. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so during this power outage, apparently you guys can still hear me.
This is it. Time for you to go to the wire. You will hit, 'cause you got the burning desire. It's your time. Got the horn, so why don't you blow it? Go on and blow it, baby. You're so fine. You're filthy cute and baby, you know it. Yes, you are. Kareem, get on top. Kareem, you will cop. Kareem, don't you stop. Cream, shuffle, get bop. Do your dance. Why should you wait any longer? You could only make you stronger. Should be up anytime, people. They should be back. Can I respond? All right. Thank you for sharing your talent with us, John. Oh, my pleasure, Dana. Oh, yes. Thank you, Janine Giangreco. I saw that crowd singing. It made me cry. Thank you, Nikki. See you at Yamava. Oh my God. Yamava. Thank you, Toyo. Latin brother right there. I hate to admit it, but I learned, oh yeah, the dance at the disco. I hear the John Lennon influence. Mary Grace, gracias. Thank you. I've seen John in Myrtle Beach. He's so incredible. You can close your eyes. You'd swear. Thank you, Susan. Love you. Oh, he can do anything on anyone who's however talented. Thank you, Janine, whoever talented. Oh, yeah. Hi, John. Oh, my God. That's sweet. Thank you, Camille. Love you. Also, he should play Barry Gibb, not Bradley Cooper. Fanny B. Tender is a favorite of mine. John is so good. Thank you. Larry Green. It's our own private concert tonight. You got it, Larry. It's all about love. Hey, John, did you have to warm up for this interview? You mean vocally or know what warm up for this interview? Yeah, I mean, my warm up like this. I'm ready. I saw the Bee Gees live many times. I was a major Bee Gees groupie in London in my young days. Marla, thank you for joining us. That is a beautiful compliment for someone that's actually seen the Bee Gees live. I never got to see the Bee Gees live. Am I on? Or am I like I might be looking like a nut right now, right? But apparently, no. Shannon Ray let me know that I'm still on. I'm still on. Yeah, I'm still on. I can't hear you people, but they'll be back soon when the power comes back on. And why don't I sing? Let's see. Somebody wrote. My favorite is More Than a Woman. Seen you going every day. I never really looked before, but now you take my breath away. Chandelier in my life, part of everything I do. You got me. Oh guys are on?
We're
Our
back.
power went out.
We're in the dark, John. We had to
And I'm
hotspot
not-
to our phones to get in.
Oh, wow. Okay. You guys are really in the dark right now.
We
Okay.
So we are. So Sea Valley.
Here we
So
go.
we actually got notification that the high winds would back online. Thank you for
Yeah.
towing the ship right now.
I love it because Shannon Ray's like, you're still on. We can hear you. And I'm like, I can't hear anybody. I can't see anybody. So yeah, I'll just play with myself right here.
Well, we scrambled to get back online to say thank you so much for joining us, and
Oh,
screw you SCE for taking our power off.
Oh man, this is just the worst.
Oh, and they actually were warning us all day long. Your power may go up.
oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. It was scrambled right now, but
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. We just
Thank
we had to get back on and say thank you.
We had a great
such
time
a great
with you
time.
tonight, John. We can't wait
Yeah.
to hear you perform with
Thank you.
BG's Gold again.
thanks everyone. Thanks everyone.
Okay.
And we'll see you guys out there. Look up on
You
bgsgold.com.
will.
We're coming to your town.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Love
great.
you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
John.
Thank you.
Have a great night,
Yeah.
and we hope to see you soon.
All right. Thanks for this opportunity. Bye-bye,
All right.
everybody.
Hey, guys. Bye. Love that. Love that. Aw.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Night.